Hello and good morning, everyone. My name is Amar Zikri, and welcome to the first, last, and only episode of Managing Minds.
And my name is Fadila Nurul Iman.
And we'll be joined by a very special guest soon. But first, we should cover the basics, right?
Yes, today we'll be covering some basic principles of management, which is planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. With the help from our guests, we can explore how these concepts are used in real businesses.
All that sounds really fascinating, but we shouldn't keep our guests waiting.
Absolutely. Let's introduce our esteemed guest, Ms. Aida Yati Azman, CEO of Khalifa Didi. Hi. We're so hyped to have you here with us, Ms. Aida.
Yeah, thank you for joining us today. Miss, if you don't mind, could you give us a short introduction of Khalifa Didi and the kinds of services you provide?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sayyidi Azman. Currently, I'm the CEO of the Khalifa Didi. CEO of Khalifa Didi established from 2011. Currently, Khalifa Didi has 70 branches in Malaysia. We have some branches at Sabah, some branches at Kuching, Sarawak, and some branches in Ampang area. Our business is more on kindergarten for early childhood education for 4 years, 5 years, and 6 years old students. And also we have enrichment program for them. And also we have a program for the parents, how to teach the children at home, same at the school. And then also we have now we have a new program for the early childhood education is for early intervention program. This is for exclusive. We want to make now currently our kindergarten is doing just for normal or neurotypical kids, but now we expand our business for the neurodivergent students. So it will, inshallah, it will be start from this end of year, and the next year will open for the new students.
See, that kind of management sure sounds tough, right, Fadi?
Yes. So I'm curious about something. What business goals did you have when you first got your position of CEO?
5 years back, when I'm landed as a CEO of Khalifa Didi, the first thing, actually, I don't have any background in management. My background is only on operation side. My kelebihan I adalah on operation. So at the first, when the boss asked for me for be a CEO of Khalifa Didi, the objective is on the operation side of the kindergarten only. Means how the kindergarten operate, the teacher management, the education management, only that. And just these few years, the latest is this year I think the boss put the strategies, the how to develop, how to kembangkan this business. So then baru I masuk betul-betul untuk Khalifa Didi punya perkembangan lah. And then for the first, my target on that time, for the first time when I'm being the CEO of Khalifa Didi, I want all the students have the achieve the goal that we have put, which is we want the children at the kindergarten. We want to instill the love of Islam to the early kids in Malaysia. So kita nak anak-anak ni faham Islam dulu. Early years. 4-5 tahun tahu siapa Allah, tahu siapa Nabi Muhammad. That's our goal. That's my goal at that time. And then the first thing yang I put that kita nak ada a good kindergarten, we need to have a good on operation. So at that time saya more on operation punya side. So this kali ni yang 2015, 2006, since last year lah, we go on expand, how to expand the kindergarten, how to expand the business. Baru 2 tahun macam tu lah.
I see. That's really great.
That's really insightful. Now let's move on from the topic of planning to organizing.
I agree. I'd like to ask Miss, how do you manage resources like teachers, money, or facilities within a business?
For the first, before we start the early years, we call that KPBI, Key Performance Budget Index, which is before we start the new years, kita kena plan dah how many teachers, how many students we want at that year. For example, for 2016, we want to have 1,700 students for next year. So from this number, kita akan kira balik how many teachers we need. At the first, kita dah lah, kita tadikan ni how much dia punya capacity, how much semua ni, berapa tadikan kita nak extend tak next year. So that will be discussed early of this year. So kita akan tengok satu-satu semua tu. So mostly semua kita akan rancang by the end of sebelum bulan tahun depan lah. That will be discussed with the team, we will discuss dengan teachers, we will discuss dengan the principal, we will discuss dengan siswa untuk kita dapat satu planning yang betul untuk satu tahun.
So what do you look for when hiring new teachers or staff members?
As my experience for 11 years in this field, the most important thing is not the certificate. The most important thing is the passion of the teachers, because we are working with the kids 4, 5, and 6 years old, which is they're so noisy. They don't know anything, and then teacher. Certificate. If you have certificates in ECE, is good for you, but you tidak menjamin you can take care of the child. The patient yang perlu ada dekat seorang teachers. The bad things in kindergarten, I will tell you. The best teachers is not NECE students. Yet the teachers, sometimes they don't have any certificate, just level STPM, just level diploma, any diplomas. But they can be good teachers rather than the student who have yang ada diploma ECE or ada degree ECE. I would say if there are hundreds ECE teachers yang ada certificate ECE, only 10% of them is good. Yeah. So the passion is much important for being a kindergarten teacher. If you're passionate, you can do anything.
And how do you make sure the services you provide are both affordable and high quality?
Okay. Since kita punya tadika, our market is for only the M40, not the 2020, not B40. It's M20. M20 means the salary within 5,000 to 7,000. So, but then previous before the COVID, we have a good market. But nowadays kita punya market is a bit kacau sikit because the economic issues semua tu. So before kita nak tentukan the fee structure untuk parents nak bayar ke tak bayar, first kita akan tanya parents dulu. Kalau kita naikkan harga, is it okay? What services yang kita tak ada? What services yang kita boleh tambah? So every year kita akan ada strategiskan kita punya fee structure supaya parents can afford the fee. And then this is a challenges juga for the kindergarten. The expenses will be increased every year because of the salary, because of the increase of the prices dekat ekonomi punya side. But then we cannot increase the fee. Okay, not increase the fee lah. For example, when the government put the 1,000, before this 1,500 for the minimum salary, but now is 1,700 for each minimum salary, means they increase by 200 ringgit. But to have 200 ringgit is not easy because 200 ringgit is for every month for each teacher. So to increase as much as the salary increase tak boleh lah. So first kita kena manage balik kita punya expenses. That's why masa tadi saya cakap we have the KPI to manage all the expenses to know which the effective one. For example, for some teachers dekat Borneo, kita tak letak full time, kita letak part time. That's the one of the strategies yang kita buat untuk kurangkan kita kawal kita punya expenses. So supaya parents boleh bayar yuran for the time. That's how we do it dekat Tadika.
See, these are some really good answers. I sure hope the viewers at home are paying attention.
Even though they're probably not.
Before we move on to our next topic, leading, I think we should give ourselves and Miss Ida a break. Right, Fadi?
Yes, right.
Alright, see you later.
Bye. Welcome
Welcome
back to
back.
us.
Alright, with that short intermission over with, we'd like to continue with our topic, leading.
There are many styles and methods of leading in business. Miss Aida, what would you say is your leading style?
Kita dekat sini kita go on collaborative punya teknik lah. Kita collaborative dengan kita punya team. Because everything yang we have done in this company, we start from how the students behave at the school, what the teachers feedbacks, first what the principal feedback, and what's the staff dekat HQ punya feedback. Sometimes we have the parent punya feedback untuk kita dapat what parents need, what market needs from us. That's how it works lah.
That's really cool. My last question is, how do you communicate with teachers, parents, and students effectively?
Untuk communication kita have many media untuk kita communicate. For the parents, kita ada system. We have Lola as a system. Any information and things about the kids, we use Lola to inform the parents. For the teams, we have Microsoft Teams. We have WhatsApp, email. Sometimes we have one is saya lupa apa nama dia. What is it? Aduh, saya lupa. But we have meeting with them. Macam every year, every I need to go to the kindergarten. Setiap tahun ada sekali pergi kindergarten. So means once I pergi Sarawak sekali, I pergi Sabah sekali, I kena pergi Labuan sekali, I kena pergi. So kita jumpa, kita meeting and asking them what the problems, and kat kindergarten itself kita tengok sendiri apa yang isu dekat mereka. Dan kita bawa balik pergi HQ to do something new for them.
Now our final topic is controlling.
Miss, how do you make sure that Khalifah Dide is meeting its business goals?
Since Khalifah Didik, kindergarten dan bergantung with the numbers of the students, but it's not just numbers of the students, but localities students yang kita product daripada Khalifah Didik. Is it that the students can, since we using the Little Caliph program, so the goal is the kids 6 years old, they can read. By 6 years old, then that's our objective lah. So kita punya target student kita boleh baca. The quality itself lah. Boleh baca, boleh solat. That's the first thing yang kita akan tengok. It's not just a number, but the quality of the students.
That makes sense. But what happens if the goals are not achieved? What type of corrective actions would you take to resolve this issue?
Each year kita akan record all the students punya qualities, kira apa dia orang dapat baca. Then we have audit dekat Tadika. If they didn't match the result yang kita nak, then kita strategis balik. Kita tengok balik what we can improve. Tanya balik, turun balik ke Tadika, ke lapangan tu tengok what the issue dekat kindergarten. Adakah issue teachers ke, issue system ke, issue management, then kita akan betulkan daripada situ. So kita tengok dari satu tempat, kita tak ambil seorang salah ke tak. Kita tengok all the things. Either mungkin weight tak cukup, student tak makan jadi lapar, menyebabkan budak tak nak belajar, that will be the issue. Maybe juga ada salah faham between the management with the team. So kita turun ke lapangan untuk tengok what happens dekat kindergarten. That's how kita nak buat sesuatu lah, kita tak daripada atas. So we have the supervisor here yang akan pantau every month what happened to the kindergarten. So from that we will discuss and do corrective thing for them lah.
Okay, that's all the questions we have for today.
Really? I feel like it all went by so fast.
Yeah, but we don't want to take too much of Miss Ida's time.
That makes sense. And then in that case, let's work this out. The answers Miss Ida provided clearly shows the efficient usage of the concept of management.
Yeah, planning, organizing, leading, and controlling are all essential parts of keeping a business up and running smoothly. We must all strive to learn from people who are much more knowledgeable, like Miss Ida here, and learn from them so that we can run businesses steadily in the future.
We'd like to express our deepest gratitude to Miss Ida for taking the time out of her day to join us here.
And we'd like to thank you too for taking the time out of your day to watch us and our interview. If you found this video enjoyable or helpful at any point, please leave a like or comment.
That's the end of the first, last, and only episode of Managing Mind.
Thank you
Thank
for
you for
watching.